Oh, I should add myself to the stream. Welcome, 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 everybody. And am I live? I think so. Yes, it says live. So I'm tuning in today to talk to you about a few amazing things. And we have so many new members in this group. So I am right now streaming this in a few different places. There's a few reviewers already. Say hi, don't be shy. Drop in the comments where you're tuning in from. I would really, really love to know where you hang out, because I've got so many new people in the Facebook group and also on my Facebook profile, which who don't know me yet. So I just wanted to jump in here quickly today, show my face and say hi and talk to you about something really, really important, which you probably figured from my headline already. In case you haven't seen it, I'm going to talk about crucial things to consider before you create your next product, digital product. This may be an online course, this may be mastermind, a coaching program, any type of membership site, anything like that. There's so many things you should consider before you jump right into it. And I see so many people make the mistake and ignore these things, including me. I have been guilty of that so many times before as well. I have learned for the better, and that's why I want to share this with you, because you don't need to make my mistakes. I'm just gonna go ahead now and going to check if I can see. There's so many messages popping up. If I can see myself, so I can also check your messages. If you're watching live, give me a hashtag live right now. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay so I can see who is here and who I can talk to. And there's so many windows. Hello, hello. What's going on, Arazu? Alrighty. Can't really hide anything, can I? Cool. I can see myself live here. Awesome. Oh, I cannot. I see the description didn't go through properly. Well, I already said what we are going to talk about today, which is so important. So there are so many people watching. I wonder where you're watching from. Oh, probably in my group or maybe on my page. Let me check. Oh, yes, it went through in my page. That's awesome. Hey, Tom, how's it going? Hi, Stuart. Thanks for tuning in today. Appreciate it. So let me know where you're tuning in from. Give me a hashtag live. Give me a hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. As always, I always love to learn about the location where you guys are located, so I can tailor my live streams around this as well, so I can reach you guys in your perfect time. Now I can see the comments. Hey, Jenny. Oh, Jenny, how are you? Long time. Is that you? I think so. Are you the police woman I stayed with in Australia? Is that you? I think that's you. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's dive right into it, guys. So there's so many things you should consider. Today I'm going to talk about 3 things, okay? But 3 very important things you should consider before creating, let's say, your online course, because obviously that's what I talk about a lot. Okay, so and if you are thinking about creating an online course, by the way, I'm going to run a free challenge in about 10 days, which is kicking off on the 12th of October. You're so welcome to join. It will go on for 5 days, and I'm going to teach you everything you need to know in order to get your course idea kick-started, okay? So the links is in my banner somewhere up below, or I'll drop it in the comments later on. And without further ado, I'm going to dive into thing number 1 right now. So now the problem number 1, what most people don't do is they don't research the topic properly. So there's 2 types of people. One person who's like a really passionate entrepreneur and they're really creative, or any person who's really like a hobby or is really passionate about something and has the idea, oh, I could create an online course about this topic, and then they just dive right into, and then they just create a course or a program which maybe nobody wants to buy further down the line because they haven't validated their idea, they haven't spoken to their, ideal customer, they haven't done any research about it, and I've been guilty of that too. So we can get caught up into our own projects because we're very close to them and we don't see it as other people see it maybe, and it's always a different thing. So And then there's the people who are already been coaching for some time and they know their topic and they know it's got demand and things like that. So that's different. These people already have kind of an idea that their course topic idea or mastermind idea has demand, because otherwise they wouldn't be running coaching sessions already, right? However, you gotta narrow it down. You gotta narrow it down and niche it down when it comes to an online course as well, because nobody's gonna buy this huge online course which is going to teach you about a million different topics, right? You're gonna choose one topic, one big transformation. That's what you're gonna teach people in an online course. It is not a 12-month mastermind where you tackle different problems. It is one thing, one overall transformation, and then that one overall transformation, you can break it down into smaller bits and pieces, which people need to do in order to get to the bigger transformation, obviously, right? So, but before we talk about niching down, I want to just finish up with your research. So, how you can do different research is, of course, you can look, is there already someone else doing this? Hi, Hillary, how are you? Good morning. Good morning to America. Nice to have you here. So what you can do is you research, is someone else already doing it? And if someone else is already doing it, that is a really good sign, because that means it's probably working. If nobody else would be doing it, it's probably not the best idea to keep going with it, right? So currently I'm running this group of, I've got a few students enrolled in my program, and 75% of my people have already pivoted their idea in the first week of entering the program, which turned out to be a really good decision, because otherwise they would have gone down that that wrong route to, you know, create a product without having really properly researched and validated the idea. So that's a really good thing. So how you can do it, you can check out if someone else is doing it already. Check out on Amazon if there is books about it, if there is Amazon, obviously, books. Check out if there's podcasts about it. Check out if there is maybe even events or conferences about your specific topic, and that can give you like a really good feel of where you're going, where you're heading with that. And there's a few other things you can do, like Google search, obviously Google Trends and stuff like that. Answer the Public is a really good other tool which you could use for that in order to validate your idea. So that's step number one. But however, that obviously doesn't really validate anything until you've sold it, which I'm going to move on in a bit. Before that, I want to talk to you about niching down as well. So your online course is probably going to be, for most people, it's going to be like a mid-tier product, right? You have like your value ladder, which consists of different tiers of your products. You start with a low entry offer, which is mostly up to $100. And then you have the mid-tier offer, which is between $100 and $1,000. Roughly, it can obviously vary depending on many different things, your authority, your credibility, and all of these things. And then you have your high ticket offer and so on. And the more you are involved yourself, the higher ticket it gets, the more expensive it gets as well. And obviously, the purpose of an online course is to remove yourself from your business and to create that passive income so you can serve more people and have that extra white space in your calendar. So you want to choose one transformation which helps your student to get from point A to point B. Okay, so you want to think about that one thing, and you do want to niche down. So you don't want to teach them everything what they would get out of your yearly mastermind or high ticket anything, because that's just not possible sometimes, specifically if there is no group coaching involved or no support sessions or anything like that. If it's a clear cut, it's just like an online course and you're not going to be involved at all, right? So think about really niching down. So let's take the example of the vegan diet, okay? So if you choose cooking as a topic, let's say you want to teach people how to cook, right? But that's so broad. Like, what are we going to cook? Are we going to cook? Which cuisine are we going to cook from which country? Or are we going to teach people how to, cook vegan meals? Okay, vegan meals could be one better target audience than just generally saying like, oh, I'm going to teach you how to cook, right? Okay, I'm going to teach you how to cook vegan. Okay, well, could you niche down maybe a little bit more? Who are you talking to? Well, you could talk to women who are vegan or who would like to become vegan over 40, or moms who've just given birth or something like that, right? So you get the gist of that. So that is what you want to look after if you are niching down, because the more specific your topic gets, the easier it is for you to sell it after. So the easier everything else becomes easier, like your marketing, your messaging, the way you write your copy, the way you write everything, like your emails, your Insta posts, and so on, because you can really learn about these people's objections, which is obviously the key for you to know how to address them properly in your copy, and things like that. So if you have it narrowed down, you can much more, you can speak to your target audience much more clear. That's what I'm trying to say. Hope that came across. It is already late on my end. Yes. Let me check if there's any questions. I have so many tabs open and it doesn't refresh properly. So again, guys, give me hashtag live if you're watching live. Give me hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. And actually, for those who've just tuned in, because I've got actually quite a few people on, I'm going to drop a link in the comments right now. I'm running a free 5-day challenge next week where I'm going to help you to get your course idea kick-started. So it's all free. You will be receiving 5 days straight of amazing content from me. Oh, I couldn't post it. You will be receiving 5 days amazing content from me. You will be receiving 5 days of Q&A sessions from me, and then some surprises after as well. And we have some prizes to be won too. So that's awesome. I will drop the link on my Facebook profile. There we go. I just dropped it. Everyone who is there and watching there can just check it out. I'm going to drop it as well in my group and on my page. I believe that's where I'm live as well. Yes. Yeah. So price. Before I move on to point number 3, which is the most important thing to consider before you get started creating your online course, after you have validated your idea and after you have niched down so you can be very specific, there's one other thing left. And before I tell you about it, I would like to tell you about the prizes you can win during my challenge next week, which starts on the 12th of October, 12th to 16th of October. If I can remember this correctly, so there is a few things you can do. You can win. There is a private one-on-one session with me. I will be sitting down with you and give you a whole structure, a whole business structure. We'll take apart your idea and we will set you up for continuing with this idea, or maybe change your idea. I'll help you to change your idea, find your market proposition and how you need to go about for the next few months in order to make this idea work. So that's one prize. Can I drop my link on my Facebook page? It doesn't seem like it's fine. So that's the first prize. Then there is prizes. There is other prizes you can win. One course of mine, which is called the Ultimate Facebook Funnel. I'll teach you everything you need to know in order to grab some people off Facebook and put them in your funnel. And then you're going to get a mini course of mine as well, if you win it, about a 5-day challenge, how to launch your course with a 5-day challenge. Woohoo! So the mini course about the 5-day challenge is worth $297. So you definitely want to look into that because it gives you everything from A to Z, exact steps by steps, what you need to do every single day in order to have an epic launch with a 5-day challenge. So you do want to check it out. Right. Should we move on to point number 3, which is obviously, I mean, come on. I see it every day. I obviously look what other people do, what other coaches do who teach online course creation and stuff. And it blows my mind how many people still teach it the wrong way. So here's number 3. Sell your course before you create it. This rule goes for every product, really. Like all the big companies in the world do it like that. No company in this world, give me one company in the world who creates products without doing any research, any market research, without, you know, figuring out who they're selling to and all of these things. Like, why would you not apply this principle to when you're about to create your online course, right? But I see it over and over again. I see the people jumping in, creating their courses without having done any of these things, without having sold it. Like, I mean, come on, if someone gives you $1 or $2, the first dollar, no matter how much money, if someone pays you something for your course, this is the ultimate validation. It's, yes, you need to validate it doing your research, but the actual ultimate validation comes once someone pays you for it. And then you move over to the next step and create your online course. Right? So, but first, you don't want to jump in, create your things, and, you know, spend hours and hours, months and months maybe, and maybe even a lot of money into course creation, and then to only figure out in the end, well, maybe the idea wasn't that great, because actually not many people Google this. Not many people have this problem. So this is what you absolutely want to do. And it blows my mind how many coaches still don't teach it that way. Like, how many coaches still like, oh, let's create your course and let's do it, and then after we figure out how to do the rest? No, it's really not. You really should do it that way. So anyway, I'm done ranting about here. So yes, you do want to you know, have a beta round. Then also you do want to have a beta round running. A test group. A beta round is a test group of students who can then go through your content and can provide valuable feedback to you, because only through this you will also learn about your own online course, about your own content which you've created, and you will see, did I explain this well enough? Did people understand this well enough? And if they didn't, you have to go back and maybe edit it a little bit. And this is just part of the game, because you do want to reduce the amount of questions people ask you over and over and over again, right? So only through having people take the course, you will figure this out. You cannot go there by yourself, you know, based on your assumptions, create an outline, create lessons, create milestones, which you think people could learn about, would want to learn about, because you've maybe like thought about it yourself, and you wanted to know yourself at a stage at some point as well. But that doesn't mean everyone else thinks like that, right? So you do want to have data, you do want to survey people, you do want to speak to your audience and figure out what they really, really want. So if you give them what they want and what they need, if you have a mix of those two, then you're good to go. And then, yeah, maybe that even means that you need to refilm your course at some stage, because you do want to reduce the amount of questions everyone's asking you. And you will see, if everyone's asking the same question over and over again, you know there's maybe something not particularly wrong with your content, but maybe you could find a better way how to explain it to them, right? So while I was doing this live, for example, I realized that I was actually using so many marketing terms already, and I know there's so many new people in my lists everywhere, in my friends list and in my group right now, who are maybe not familiar with these terms. So if you weren't, please reach out to me, drop a question below, and I will get back to you after, right? But also, because you are the topic you want to create an online course about, you are so knowledgeable about it, and you will most likely forget like the smaller things, like the tinier things people, like the smaller hurdles people have, and you don't have it anymore, because you know your topic inside out, and you just don't think about these problems anymore. But you will realize, and they will come up when you have the beta, when your students are enrolled for the first time. And it's really, really fun actually doing that. Beta runs are my fave. Yeah, so there's that, peeps. If you've got any questions about online course creation, just drop them in the comments below, and I will go ahead and answer them. Maybe now, maybe later. Let's see if I can find some cues. And before we jump right into it, woohoo! And I see, excuse me. So, yeah, this is it from me today. one more time. I'm going to mention it one more time. I would really love to have you in my 5-day challenge, which starts on the 12th of October, which ends on the 16th of October. I have lots of prizes to give to you. I've got lots of surprises planned as well, and it's just going to be epic. If you want to learn about online courses, if it's ever been in your mind for so long now, if you are overwhelmed, if you're still doing 101, this is for you. You want to reduce the working hours you're working, and you can do this with an online course. The e-learning industry is supposed to be a 325 billion industry by 2025. It's not me saying this because I just got up and I dreamt about it. It's actually Forbes reporting about it. It is the stats. It is what is real. And you do want to jump on that bandwagon right now. It's the time right now. And by the way, Thinkific has raised 22 million funds last week. It came out in TechCrunch yesterday, so that's awesome news as well. And I've got something hot coming up as well with a friend and co-host. We are hosting a e-learning summit. So I'm going to get on the phone with a few amazing companies. I'm very excited, but I can't really talk about it yet because it's not really fixed. I shouldn't have said that. Anyways, peeps. Yeah, so this is it for me today. Join my challenge. I would so love to have you there. And yeah, thank you for being in my list. And if you're in my Facebook group, just say hi. Don't be shy. Introduce yourself and let us know who you are, what you're all about. And I will probably jump on here again within the next few days. Until then, have an amazing weekend. Is it Friday today? I don't even know. No, I don't think so. It's Thursday. Anyway, have an amazing weekend ahead. Thanks for listening, and I will speak to you soon. Cheers, peeps.